Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back, KS family. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently down 1.65% to 41.442. Ethereum down 2.33% to 28.76. From my 30 plus years in financial markets, I explain the smart money mindset to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining real wealth in the process. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. Thank you for being a part of our globally extended family. I appreciate you being here. As crypto technical analysts, of course our stock in trade is money, but money is just one aspect of life. To amass money, there are a variety of different rules that we have to apply, and one is to have a meaningful life whilst we accumulate money, and maintaining a positive excellence life trend is the way. We focus on integrity, decency, kindness, inner and outer peace, strength, boundaries, courage and honor, and fearlessness. Many people, when they enter the crypto market, they don't understand Rule 570, psychology sets profitability. Many people, when they enter the crypto market, they do so into Zone 1 and Zone 2, the panic and the blame zone. And these are the zones, unfortunately, that lose money. Zone 3 is the make money zone. Zone 4 is the keep money and have a meaningful life. All of these different zones have different rules. Unfortunately, the crypto market is rife with scammers, and scammers can be identified because they talk Zone 1 and Zone 2 language. They say, for example, if you send 0.1 BTC, you'll get double back. What a great deal! Send 1 ETH. Get 2 ETH back. Fantastic. Oh, look at this. Send 500 ETH. Get 1000 ETH back. Oh my goodness, this is just absolute rubbish. You don't get anything free in life. And this is strictly Zone 1 and Zone 2 thinking. That's why I do my best to get you to Zone 3 and Zone 4. This is actually a video from YouTube. Note the chat is disabled for this live stream. When you see a ridiculous offer, such as you can get double for nothing, please just disregard it. It's designed by scammers to capture people inside Zone 1 and Zone 2. ARK Invest Live, 245,000 subscribers, 30,000 likes on this, started only 3 hours ago. Wow, this is really tragic to see this. Unfortunately, there are so many scammers in the crypto space. You have to be on your guard. To make money in crypto, we have to move away from certainty, which just causes terror, into probability and rules. Especially, you require the knowledge and the skill. You have to be able to make three-way decisions, understand how percentages work, have patience, abide by rules, use the CTKS method for marking up your charts, make volatility your best friend, have a 10-5-10 fund, buy on red, not buy on green, do not light switch in or out, take your time and gradually scale in and gradually scale out. Don't pick every opportunity under the sun. Target your opportunities. There's so many things that you need to do to become consistently profitable, and luck is not one of those things. The way to beat scammers, especially inside our community, I have links to the masterclass and a variety of different other useful things for you. You just go into the description area underneath the video and just press the show more, and it will just expand. Always use links from the videos. For example, if you want 80% off the masterclass, there's a link in there for that. Just go into the description of each of these videos. Episode 466, Crypto Secret, the required skills to turn 1,000 into 100,000 in crypto. And this is absolutely doable, but you must have the skill to do it. You can see this show more area. If you click that, this is what I'm talking about. having a look at the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass, tax software I use, TradingView, all sorts of other links in here, and you can always directly reach out to me on Twitter. To avoid being scammed, always go to the core address, for example www.cryptotechnicalanalysis.org. That's where the masterclass is. And when you want to reach out to any of the ambassadors, for example, say you wanted to reach out to Crypto Turtle, you can contact them on Twitter and you will go into their profile. This is the way to go. And I follow each ambassador through my own personal account at Stanfield Can, and also the CryptoTradingKS account that I just recently started. It's always a good idea to follow these two accounts. Then that way you can see if you're interacting with a scammer or not. I have a focus. Any follower I have, I try to do my best to follow them back. So if they get any scammer, they look and say, hang on a second, you're not Ken. I can talk to Ken. I can reach out to Ken anytime. And you can do so, absolutely. There's a very big difference between retail thinking and professional Zone 3 and Zone 4 thinking. What I did in episode 466, Crypto Secret, the required skill to turn 1,000 into 100,000 in crypto, I wanted to actually say that you don't have to start with a lot to do really, really well in crypto. You just need to have the skills. For example, if you put $1,000 in for a week and you got 10% back, which is entirely possible in crypto, and you kept on doing that for a year, you would get a 10% return in that 1 week. And the annual return is actually 11,639%. That's a lot. That's 117.4x. But you must have the knowledge. You need to obey the rules. You need to have patience, because it's not like a job. You won't get 10% every week. Sometimes you'll get less. Sometimes you'll get far more. But the important thing is to understand how the system works, to know the rules, and to have patience. Of course, what person do you become when you are really, really wealthy? Are you rich or are you wealthy? And there's a big difference between the two. And we talk about that in the real wealth section of the masterclass. And also, we must buy on red. Having the knowledge, you go through many, many, many lessons to get that knowledge. It's not something that's just easily passed. And what we actually do inside the masterclass, it's all about transferring my 30 plus years inside financial markets to you. Every lesson within the masterclass, and there are currently 172 of them, each lesson creates something new that is not or has not been seen in public before. And just go slowly through it. Don't skip lessons. Just take it very slowly. Go slow to go fast. Masterclass students TSP said it's really good to know and see that even though some of us might only have a small amount to invest, as the example shows, of 1,000 with a realistic time frame can be turned into 100,000 or 100,000, and that we can enter this market if we know what we're doing. We can slowly build up some wealth. This is really, really important. You must know what you're doing, and the psychology will override you in terms of Zone 1 and Zone 2. That's why I put the psychology determines profitability. It's very important to know that. And TSP said making our lives a little easier in an increasingly costly world. And it's also very beautiful. Small wins over time can actually make a difference to our lives. Very nice, TSP. And Rajat sent a very nice comment. Before, I would have FOMO'd, fear of missing out, into one of the cryptos that was going parabolic, just going up and up and up to the moon. Since I started watching the daily YouTube updates from October 21, I only bought on red days. Well done, my friend. That's excellent. After commencing the masterclass, I look for the best technical setups for buying as well as selling. This is fantastic. This is what the knowledge is all about. As you showed, the seemingly innocuous returns of 5 to 10% in a few days become substantial when converted to annualized amounts. Before, I was a hodler holding on for dear life. Now I'm gradually starting to trade with a very small amount. Thank you, Raja. This really comes down to the point. You don't have to start with a lot to end up with a lot. If in fact you think about it, McDonald's has stores all over the world, but they didn't start there. They started with just one store, and you can start with a little and just scale as you go. CJ Johnson said something really important. Changing your mindset from a boom bust trader causing you to hold on, or even worse, take losses, can be greatly minimized by the CTKS method. This is a method that I developed over my 30 plus years inside financial markets. It is explicitly for crypto. It actually captures the exponential price movements, which normal candlestick pattern analysis simply can't do. It misleads people, but this is very, very, very accurate. And coming from a background of lecturing first and second year stats, as well as having a finance background and an actuarial science background, I love to be precise. What you see in this video is a very authentic representation of what can be done. It sounds a little unorthodox, but having a loss at the beginning is better than having a loss at the end. Well done, CJ. That's absolutely beautiful. To understand this, take the masterclass. And Meditative said, perfectly said, CJ, really impressed and 100% true. You have to be comfortable with buying at a loss and watching your account draw down. So many people inside Zone 1 and Zone 2 can't do that because they're allergic to losses. But remember, Zone 1 and Zone 2 is where you actually lose money. Zone 3, where you do absolutely opposite behaviors, is where you make money. But Meditative says, but when she turns around and you see the return on investment on your trade, oof, party time. Thank you, CJ and Meditative. One of the things that we always do, we understand that cryptocurrency is a really tiny market and that gravity of crypto is dominated internally by Bitcoin. But the stock market and the bond market and the gold market actually all impact crypto to a much larger degree than many people realize, especially those in hardcore crypto land. For example, the Bitcoin maximalists who just have a focus that Bitcoin is the only thing inside crypto. That is just not the case. The truth is there's room for everything. There doesn't have to be scarcity. It's realistically all about abundance. But the thing is, we actually look outside the crypto market first to give us a gauge if crypto is going to go up or down. How we do that, and Masterclass students, you will get this in TM6. What we do is that we look at the VIX. We see if the fear is increasing in the market or the fear is coming down. It's looking quite good. But please note, this is coming into a level of technical support. We may have a bump in increased fear, which could drive the NASDAQ down a little bit. And it would be perfectly fine if it did come down, because there's plenty of support underneath here. And it's actually crossed over resistance. This is really, really healthy stuff that we're seeing. When we see the bond prices, this is all about economic concern. The bond prices have come dramatically down. They were rallying parabolically, going up the wall, but we just kind of waited and just watched what was happening. And we saw gold was going parabolic as well as the price of oil and the US dollar. Things are starting to calm down a little. And when we see bond prices falling, that is actually really good for crypto. Remember, the bond market is huge. Bond market is, I don't like stocks because things are getting crazy. I'm going to get safe. And when the bond prices come down, actually people are getting out of bonds. So bond prices go up when people say, give me a bond, give me a bond. The stock market, crypto, it's just too risky. I need to flee. And when it comes down, it's actually the opposite situation. And bond prices and bond yields move inversely. And we can see gold parabolically went up and then did a correction. It's found a number of resistances here and is getting pushed down. But I believe the long-term output or outlook for gold is actually quite good. It's very positive, so please don't think that gold's going to collapse anytime soon. It may do a wave down and strike substantial support down here, but I think it will ultimately trade within this area, gain support, and then resume, but not off Russia concerns. We can see the US dollar hitting a level of resistance, getting pushed back, the yields going up, oil rallied, and I said quite a time ago, when prices go parabolic like this, please be careful. This is buying on green as it comes all the way up. What we do, we buy on red as it's coming down, and there's good structure inside the oil market as well. We expected a technical bounce. That's exactly what we got. The 5-year break-even inflation rate is on the way up. It's striking a bit of resistance, but what the Fed said with what they're going to do, in all likelihood, we'll see this come down a little. We'll just keep our eye on it. The concept here is that things look fairly good for crypto. If we were seeing fear spike up the wall, bond prices spike up, gold go even more parabolic, these are things, oil going parabolic, we would start to worry a lot. But we're not seeing those things. Things are looking reasonably good from a probabilistic percentage-wise stance. What happens to people inside Zone 1 and Zone 2? They want certainty. They want someone to say, Ken, just tell me if it's going up or it's going down. The truth is, markets move around. They're animals. We just have to move with them. When we get to Zone 3 and Zone 4, where you make money consistently and you keep money, it's all about probabilities, but critically it's about the knowledge and the skill. The many masterclass students know that you can apply the CTKS method back into the stock market and Forex with pretty good results. When we look back about 53 days ago, this is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. People were predicting an absolute crash in the stock markets all around the world, and of course a crash in crypto because they all move together. What we actually saw was something different, and 53 days ago I said beware of what I believe is happening. I believe we'll get a support at this 34,000 and a higher one at 35,000. This was unthinkable to the retail influencers on YouTube and the reporters writing for big business magazines, but absolutely what happened. So please bear in mind that things can turn around quite dramatically. I was mentioning that there was a lot of support. It's this 31,688 level, and there was so much support we didn't actually come down and test it. This is why it's so critically important to draw and mark up your charts correctly. You need knowledge of how to do that, and the masterclass doesn't assume any previous background knowledge. The Meditative Mind, a CTKS ambassador, said something really cute, and I want to share it with you. Friends don't let friends trade crypto without the CTKS methodology. Very nice, Meditative. To get out of Zone 1 and Zone 2 should be your absolute goal, and that is done with knowledge, especially a knowledge of rules. Rule 621, buy red, sell green. When many people inside Zone 1 and Zone 2 look at this particular market, they wouldn't even dream of buying the red. They would dream of buying the green. I'll just grab whatever green. This is not what professionals do. Professionals are all about getting the percentage to move inside the right direction for your profitability. You don't need to make much. Actually, 10% per week, as you've seen, can add up to a big amount at the end of the year. The reason I raise this is because many people just hold and hold and hold. They pretty much do this. They hodl. Hodl, hold on for dear life. It doesn't matter if it's going up or it's going down. They're still hodling. The key is that you are way better off actually trading And that's because price is always moving in a wave. If we zoomed into this line and it was price action, it's always going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And you only need 10% a week to get 117x. A lot of people talk about, well, you know, I want 20x, 30x, 100x. We just don't think that way when we're professionals with a professional mindset. We think about taking a percentage and doing it consistently. And if you're buying on the way up, the odds are that it could actually turn against you. That's why, as crypto technical analysts, we make 3 in advance probabilistic choices. We know what we will do if the price goes down, goes up, or goes sideways. I would like to introduce you to Borsog, the price eagle. Yes, we've got yet another character. What is Borsog? It's buy on red, sell on green. Yeah, it's cool. This is what professionals do. Retail does something completely different. They buy on green, and no wonder their returns get bogged down in the mud, because you buy on green, you can easily sell, buy in at the wrong time, sell at the wrong time, buy in at the wrong time, sell at the wrong time. That actually causes cascading losses. Of course, there's a little bit more to Borsog than just buying on red and selling on green. You have to know where you're buying and where you're selling. And sometimes you can take a lot of time for Borsog to come down and swoop in on price. You'll find that there's many patterns in crypto technical analysis, and you have to react to the market. And knowing that there is no certainty, just the CTKS methodology to take you through. Borsog would be swooping down on these reds. That's where literally all the Zone 1 and Zone 2 people are selling. This is where Zone 3 and Zone 4 people are entering the trade. Just keep this in mind. It's really important. The more it goes down, the more it actually goes up. For example, if something comes down 50%, does it go back up 50% when it just recovers that price? That's a really interesting thing to know. Zone 1 and Zone 2 people say, of course, it came down 50, it just goes back up 50. Actually, it doesn't. It goes back up 100%. Crypto technical analysts have integrity, decency, and kindness as their core focus. Integrity and decency are very important. Integrity is critically important because if somebody says something, it needs to be right. Unkind people don't care about lying. They're not decent. Having integrity, decency, and kindness means that people actually know what you're talking about is real. And that is the hallmark of crypto technical analysts and what we teach through the CTKS Masterclass. Before I was talking about a 50% reduction, creating a 100% return. So let's use integrity, decency, and kindness to see if that is actually true. And I tell you, a lot of people in the crypto space have very little integrity. I see them playing with charts, just creating their own narrative, supporting it. And I saw this a lot when I was a lecturer in first and second year statistics. Very many news sources and news services just misrepresent things, numbers, all the time, and it really gets up my nose. I don't like it. So, for example, you can see that this is just a drawn in thing. So 54% down and going up 118.98. What you actually see is the more the price goes down, actually the more that the recovery takes on. For example, if price dropped down 61.54%, if it dropped down to here and then it just recovered to what it was at the top, it'd go up nearly 159%. This is really important to understand. This is what I mean by understanding percentages. People in Zone 3, people who have gone through the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass, understand this. In that previous episode that I was talking about, I just actually put this trade in for one of the members of the Masterclass community. He particularly bought Gala at these 4 different price levels, and he sold it up here at this level. The whole thing took 2 days to play out. He started with 4,000. It became 4,645. You can see the 16.13% return, that profit, or $645 here as well. The concept is the annualized return. Don't even think about getting an annualized return like this. It's not really important. What is important is the fact that if you do small trades, you can do really, really well. That is what the focus is. It's not these big numbers. Don't get conned by a big number. You're just looking at it and saying, okay, if I can do 10% trades, 15% trades, whatever the trade is, in a small amount of time, it always works in your favor. That's the outcome from this, not to get returns like this. And the reason I raise this is because so many people inside Zone 1, the panic zone, and Zone 2, the blame zone, they want these really, really big X numbers, 100x, 200x, 10x, 20x, 50x. The thing is, you could get them with very, very little stress if you have the knowledge. A big part of Zone 3 is to put the Borsog eagle to work. You want to buy on red. Today is a great day to buy, and if you're recycling your small percentage amounts, could be 5%, could be 10%, it could be whatever percent you feel comfortable with, you'll actually have some dry powder to do this. But of course, it's not a question of just buying randomly. You must do the analysis. You need to do the work, and you need to have the knowledge. When we use Borsog as a guiding light, buy on red, what we actually look for are the best technical setups. We just don't take something because it's red. It could be red for a really good reason. Maybe you don't want to get into that at all. But if it is a really good project, it's got solid technical support and a variety of different aspects to it, absolutely get into it. Another really powerful rule is Rule 622, the redder, the better. I talk about this a lot, but I haven't given you the rule number. There it is, 622. As a bit of an exercise, let's have a look at these 8 particular cryptos and think where Borsog could get in. Which one, if you could pick only one, which would you suggest to get into based on the technical setup and also the potential for gain? Would you get into Bitcoin at this current price? Would you get into Ethereum at this price? Binance Coin, XRP, Cardano, ADA, Sol, Solana, AVAX, or Luna? Please let me know in the comments section and choose only one and seek to have a good reason for choosing that one. We know that no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity, so where is Bitcoin going? Where's Percy the magnetic price sheep going? We know that these lines of support act as fences, and they're also magnetized. We know these particular lines, when they become resistance, are also fences. We can see Percy's moved into this paddock. Now, where's Percy going to? Is he going to meet Chicken Little, his crazy friend who's full of fear? The sky is falling, the sky is falling. Or is Percy going to get into the rocket and shoot upwards? Please let me know what you think. In the comments on YouTube, we can see that Bitcoin is currently trading at 41,279. We can also see from 45,092 up to 47,000. There's quite a bit of resistance there. We make a note that Bitcoin rallied pretty substantially, hit a particular resistance level at around 44,000, came down to a support level that's been tested multiple times. And this is really good because the more times a particular price is tested, the stronger that test becomes. What are we seeing here? Where do you think it will be going to next? And I wonder where Borsog could go next. Hopefully he doesn't eat Chicken Little. And no Chicken Littles were harmed in the making of this video. I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing and liking this video and also subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers, and to the CTKS ambassadors for mentoring masterclass students. And of course, a very big thank you to you for watching and for being part of our global KS family. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video, such as the link to the CryptoTradingKS Masterclass. Please seek out an ambassador to get 80% off. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.